What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Brian's Broadcast. I hope all of you are doing fantastic. If you have followed my channel, I have reviewed only Angel Share from the house of Kilian, and today I'm gonna review Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Now, previously when I tried Apple Brandy's clone, again, I got it from Duo Fragrances. Here it is, and you can see the color has changed a lot because it has been macerating for a long time. So this is Pomme Trempée, which is supposedly a clone of Apple Brandy, another like a popular liquor kind of fragrance, something that's boozy, has that apple woody aroma. But let's not talk about that. The reason why I'm showing you this is because today, we are discussing or reviewing Apple Brandy on the Rocks, and that last part, on the rocks, I'm really interested to talk about that one. Like, does it give you that summer kind of feel, or does it really tend towards a winter or cooler weather fragrance? Now let's not delay. As you know, this particular series, it comes in a box like this. It's a pretty simplistic box, and like I always say, be careful when you're popping open this box, because the notch over here, it's very shallow, so the bottle is sitting in this shallow notch, and when it's shipping, bottle is moving all around. So just be careful. You don't want to drop that beautiful bottle and break it. So let's just put these things on the side. Let me show you the beautiful bottle. This is Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Look at this beautiful bottle. Unlike Angel Share, which is like a dark colored juice, almost like ambery brown, this one is a bit on the lighter side. It's more like a diluted apple juice. So you can tell right away like it's a boozy thing. And if you're not familiar with the house of Kilian, the liquor series, this one belongs to the liquor series, and so does this one. So you see, like, they look like whiskey or booze glasses, like the ones you find at the bars. Let's talk about the notes. So on the top you have cardamom, bergamot, and pineapple. On the mids you get rum, brandy, vanilla, and moss. And at the base you have ambroxan and cedarwood. Now, there's a kind of sort of inconsistency in the information as opposed to the Kilian website. Right, so on the Kilian website, they particularly focus on bergamot, pineapple, and cardamom. Now, what do I get from this fragrance? Like, from the very opening, it did remind me of the OG Apple Brandy. And just so you know, this is not a comparison video. I do not endorse Duo Fragrances. But the thing is, like, I'm referring to this one because I have this one in hand. But do not be under the misconception that I did not go and try the original one. Yes, I did try the original one at the store, and the Duo one pretty much nails it. So yeah, let's not go into comparison. Just to give you an idea, the original Apple Brandy is a more deep, dense, and a more in-your-face kind of fragrance. So like when you spray that one on and you spray this particular one, Apple Brandy on the Rocks, you will see a significant, you're gonna feel the significant difference, because that one is like more punchier, it's more pungent, it's more sour, whereas this one, Apple Brandy on the Rocks, has the subtle sourness, woody kind of opening. Now, the opening is very much reminiscent of the original one, where you get that oak barrel or that cedar barrel kind of feeling. Like I'm talking about the barrels in which the booze, like maybe the brandy or maybe whiskey or something, was like macerated over years and years. You get a distinct kind of smell, and because of the presence of bergamot and pineapple over here, I feel that it kind of gives me like a vibe of apple, but I barely detect any apple, although it states Apple Brandy. But to my nose, like, it does not really feel like some kind of an apple, like not green, not red. But I have a feeling that it's the bergamot and the pineapple that's working in conjunction to give you the fresh, fruity sourness in the opening. And because of the presence of cardamom, you get that spicy warmth to it too. At the same time, although it has the spicy nuance to it, at the same time, like, if you have ever smelled freshly ground cardamom, you will notice that it has this cooling sensation. I guess that's what they're trying to mean when they say on the rocks. So further drying down, this fragrance again turns into a more dry, sour kind of woody, and then it has this oak moss or moss, whatever it is, and the presence of ambroxan and cedarwood. Now, the moss, a lot of people in the groups, when I posted that, hey, I just got this, I got a lot of comments saying that, hey, this did not work well on my skin, and maybe I know why. It's the moss, because there were points where the moss kind of, I don't know, gives you that dirty, earthy kind of feel, like a bitter kind of green in your mouth, like that kind of a taste, that kind of sensation. But you know, like the booze, you got the brandy, you got the rum, and you got the vanilla, kind of like tones it down, but every now and then it will pop up. It does not linger in the air or on in your senses, like in your nose or in your mouth. It does not linger like that, but every now and then you might just get a pop off it. That's the kind of sensation that I got, and it's most likely, my friends, if you are hating this fragrance, it's most likely because of the moss. I mean, that's my 2 cents. The booziness, the dry down, the vanilla, everything is beautifully done. It's pretty nice. It dries down pretty well. There's the presence of ambroxan. Like, I do not get a ton of ambroxan in this, like, but you do get that feel that there's a presence of something. Like, you kind of get that feel. As for the on the rocks part, let's talk about this one. Like, you know, it's pretty hot in New York City right now. The temperature's rising. It's like raining one day, there's a stormy wind outside someday, and then, you know, it's gonna get really humid. But because I've been trying this fragrance inside a temperature controlled environment, I've been trying this several days now, what I notice is that although it says on the rocks, and you may be thinking, hey, because it says on the rocks, so maybe it's got that cooling sensation like you said, why not try it in the summertime? I will highly recommend to stay away from it during the summer months, because this thing dies out extremely fast. Maybe 3 to 4 hours and then it's dead. Absolutely dead. I mean, it becomes such a vague skin scent that you'll barely pick it up. But what I noticed is that during, like, when I'm inside, when I'm under, like, in a cooler temperature, this thing lasts. So very safe to say that this is, again, although it says on the rocks, it's more on the lighter side than on the denser side. It's a more toned down. The sourness, the woody, dry woodiness is more toned down. It's a bit more fruitier. It's a bit more wearable, and definitely for early fall into winter. I don't know how long this thing will last in, like, a beast mode winter, like a deadly, you know, like it gets really bad here in New York City, the cold weather. And there are other states that gets really cold, severely cold. But I'm talking about a severe kind of weather condition here. But of course, we don't, you know, go outside to detect all these fragrances, right? But you do understand what I'm talking about. So yeah, this thing definitely early fall to winter, definitely doable, but stay away from it if it's like in the dead of it. If you do really want to wear it, try and wear it on a day when it's a bit cooler. Even on the summer day, you know, like there are those days it's breezy, it's cool, maybe it's overcast or something. That kind of a day would be like the perfect occasion to wear this fragrance. Now, as for like if you're thinking of like, hey, can I wear it casually? Definitely doable. But I would personally prefer, maybe if you're like a bit dressed up, and maybe you're going to some posh restaurant or a bar, somewhere like that, or for like a meeting or somewhere like in a conference, I would definitely wear this fragrance. As for the acceptance of this fragrance, like, I would personally say this is something you should be really careful about when you're wearing it, because, you know, like the opening where it has that sourness and this dry woodiness, it does not pop up really well from everyone's skin. Like, for some people, the skin type, the sourness is way too high. So, you know, like the surrounding people might get a bit offended, maybe thinking you did not probably take a shower. You don't want to have that feeling around you, like the kind of vibe, you know what I'm talking about, right? But overall, this is a nice scent. If it works on your skin, perfect. It'll just simply work. And projection is not too loud. This is something that's a bit more cozy. It sits very close to your skin, but it keeps on wafting. So I would say longevity is around like 6 to 7 hours mark, and that's with like 8 to 10 sprays. Right, so that was my take on Apple Brandy on the Rocks, guys. Let me know your thoughts and your opinion, and whatever I said, if you like think that, okay, I need to contradict this particular point, do let me know in the comments section below. Like creative like if you give me some creative criticism, I'd be more than happy to entertain that, right? I'll be more than happy to read your comments and respond to them. So until the next video, guys, please take care, stay safe, and all the best.